Yeah, that's right, Pepin. It's time for another Diablo 1 PvP duel. Hello, everybody. I'm August 40th, joined by LOZ Cardsman. And yeah, sit back, relax, and get ready for the the minor league, the minor league championship of GainTrain versus our reigning champion, Ogodei.
That's right, August 40th. Ogodei has won 3 consecutive minor league championships, so he is going for the four-peat right now, and we have a sorcerer versus sorcerer duel. He's going to have to take down GainTrain if he wants to make it 4 consecutive titles. They've had their practice, so the next duel they're going to have is going to be for real. The first one to score 7 points will be declared this month's minor league PvP champion for Diablo.
Yes, sirree. For anyone new to what's going on, every month we have a bracket of challengers. The winner of the bracket, in this case GainTrain, moves on to face the reigning champion, in this case Ogodei.
Basically what we have is a King of the Hill format. The winner of the last month's championship gets to sit around and wait out to find out who their opponent is going to be to defend their title, and it just so happens to be GainTrain. So Ogodei, as the defending champion the last 3 months, going for 4 in a row, and we have our Guardians, the Hydras, on the field, and once they disappear, our first duel will begin of the championship. Actually, okay, now this is the real one. I guess they weren't quite ready yet.
Looks like they're ready. There's the Hydra down, and we've got game on.
Basically, what you want to do is you want to get their mana down to 0 to force them to drink a potion of full rejuvenation, because they have a mana shield, and when they get hit, some of that mana, the blue liquid that is on the right side, will go down. And once that is empty, you are super vulnerable to attacks. And if that red liquid, your health meter, goes to 0, you lose the duel. If there is a tie, a double knockout, no point is awarded, and we just do it again.
Yes, sirree, Bob.
Pretty close, but it's looking like GainTrain might be the first to pop a potion here. Will be the first. Ogodei doesn't have that much of a lead. Want to try to land fireballs, but of course you don't want to be just spamming them, because every time you use a fireball from your staff, it's going to take away a little bit of mana. Same when you teleport, so you want to use them wisely and efficiently.
Yep, neither of these duelists are using a staff of fireball, which would conserve a little bit of mana. Looks like they are opting to increase their spells.
It's literally a dead heat between these two right now. Ogodei landing a few good shots here. GainTrain's going to have to use his third potion. GainTrain was able to land a shot or 2 on Ogodei. So again, still close. I'd say a quarter potion lead at this point for Ogodei. And still retaining that about a quarter of a potion lead, if that. Ogodei, well, got a couple of hits on GainTrain. Just trying to build on that lead. Well, GainTrain's found himself in a place here in Diablo's chambers that still has enemies there, and that's not what GainTrain wants. And now he finds himself a little more than a half potion down.
This potion management is key, and this is about the time both about halfway out of potions. This is where it really matters, I think.
Yep, tonight happens to be Sorcerer versus Sorcerer, but a common matchup that you do see in these Diablo PvP championship battles is Sorcerer versus Warrior, and Ogodei, again, retaining about that half potion lead on GainTrain. Come down to the wire, and yeah, you're absolutely right, as we see GainTrain landing a few good shots on Ogodei, and is going to take a very narrow lead, but now we're back to about even.
Yep, playing a little ping pong back and forth with their mana pools.
Yeah, no question, this is going to come down to the very last shot, and right now, Ogodei is sporting a sliver of a lead. I mean, it's literally dead even, you know, for purposes of discussion. GainTrain landing a shot there on Ogodei. Both players have just 2 potions left.
Ogodei doing some fantastic dodging right there.
Yeah, but they're still literally even, but they're about to... There's GainTrain and Ogodei both having to sip their penultimate potion. 1 potion left for each. Much a game of cat and mouse in this late stage of the game. Nice shot there from GainTrain. We are still even and approaching that final potion for both. Ogodei is going to be the first one to still have a potion left intact, as GainTrain has to sip the final potion first. But Ogodei is not going to be that far behind from having to do the same. But he does have about a quarter potion lead at this final stage of round number 1.
And very impressive so far. Showing a lot of restraint from previous matches.
Landing a few good shots there on Ogodei, and he has the slight lead now. A lot of lead changes in this late stage.
Yep. Both armed with a mace and a shield, so it might come down to melee.
Yeah, looking at how much mana they each have left, I wouldn't be surprised. They're both literally on 0 now.
Oh, but GainTrain yeah, saved just enough for 1 or 2 final fireballs there at the end. So saw Ogodei swinging away, and it took that opportunity to land point-blank shot.
Boy, a very competitive first round between Ogodei and GainTrain, but it is the challenger who draws first blood. GainTrain ahead 1-0. That was a very exciting first round right there. They both exchanged the leads. I don't know how many times there, August, but boy, that one had me on the edge of my seat. And this was only round 1.
Absolutely. Round number 1 goes to our challenger, but it's not over. First to 7 points.
Yep, definitely. We have seen these duels go the full 13 rounds, and the way these two were chopping at each other, we very might well see a 13-round duel here for the title. Each contestant can hold up to 8 full potions of rejuvenation, but no more than that. They can only carry 1 full belt.
It looks like GainTrain is talk to Pepin here a little bit. Grab some potions of rejuvenation there. Oh no, he's also buying some scrolls of resurrect. So I've finally gotten their stats and their gear set up for the command gear in chat. If anyone's interested in checking out the stats and what they're working with, they're fairly evenly matched. Ogodei does have about what is that? 45, 46 extra hit points on GainTrain. But GainTrain has a little over 100 extra mana points.
Yeah, it looks like the only 2 differences between the two is Ogodei has the Dragon's Amulet of the Heavens and the Emerald Shield of the Tiger, whereas Sorcerer has the Dragon's Amulet of Wizardry and a Crimson Shield of Brilliance. Otherwise, they are sporting the same equipment.
We are on to round number 2.
And we're starting about even between these two. Ogodei with a barrage of shots, but they all miss, but does land one there on GainTrain, lands another one, but GainTrain right there landing a counter, and we're still even. It's going to be Ogodei sipping the potion first. GainTrain's not that far behind. He's going to have to do the same.
Oh, but GainTrain getting dangerously close. Drop that mana shield.
Yeah, once you drop that mana shield, yeah, another fireball or 2 and you're done for. And they are just meleeing it out here, August. They are chopping back and forth at each other, and it's Ogodei getting the worst of it between the two, and GainTrain has established a full potion lead, August.
Yeah, it was interesting there. GainTrain was kind of standing in place, and it looked like he was missing some more shots as Ogodei was taking a step or 2 to dodge a fireball, but it turned out the other way around.
This is something you more commonly see in a warrior versus sorcerer, where the warrior tries to get the stun lock with his or her weapon on the sorcerer. That's what that was reminiscent of, and they keep deciding to do these up close attacks, and GainTrain retains his full potion lead. Ogodei's going to have to land some good shots if he wants to get back into this one. Of course, it's never over until that red meter goes into 0, and we've seen it time and time again, August, where a contestant's in really good shape, and then all of a sudden they react too late to sip a potion, and they're dead with 3 potions left in the till.
If I noticed a comment in the Discord, these two faced off in the Major League brackets, and GainTrain mentioned that he learned a lot from that match, and even I think he said he saw something that Ogodei didn't, and it looks like it's paying off so far.
That certainly is. It's about a full potion lead in the late stages of round number 2 here, August. So if GainTrain can continue to hold serve here, They'll be in good shape to take a 2-0 lead in this best of 13. Ogodei landing a good shot there. Trying to cut that deficit, but GainTrain with a shot of his own, and Ogodei counters right back. And they both sip a potion simultaneously. So again, GainTrain retaining that full potion lead as they continue to counter with more up-close fireball action. Ogodei gonna have to sip his final potion. GainTrain has his penultimate down.
The tension mounts. Ogodei takes another hit.
Oh, and he is dangerously low. This could do it here, and that's
There we go.
GainTrain took that early advantage with the close range melee, and he never looked back. GainTrain now up 2-0 on his way to 7.
Yes, sir, and it looks like we are going straight away to round number 3. Right? Nope, never mind.
No. Well, I was going to say, they're going to have to restock of their potions. I mean, they pretty much went the full distance again. I mean, GainTrain still had 1 potion to spare, but he's going to have to go back and get some more. A good question in chat that was just answered by Mind of Me. Is there any chance we'll see them going Warrior? And the answer is no. Once you have selected a class, you have to stay with that class for the entire match.
Yep, basically at the start of the bracket, you kind of register a character for that bracket. So we have a major league and a minor league. The minor league here is capped at a max character level of 40. But there are warriors from other characters, just not this duel.
So round 3 is about to begin between our 3-time champion Ogodei and GainTrain. GainTrain trying to end Ogodei's bid of 4 in a row, looking to build on his 2-0 lead.
And both players are ready. There is the Hydra. Once it dissipates, the duel is on. Bunch of fireballs, but none of them landing. And it looks like Ogodei with first blood.
Indeed. So Ogodei with a little bit of a lead, but there's GainTrain landing one, and now they're kind of countering each other with fireball shots. So it's pretty much even.
Fireball dodge, but Ogodei with the first potion down. GainTrain right behind him.
It's a very narrow lead for GainTrain early on in round number 3. Rules to win is that you have to get your opponent's HP down to 0. And you will score a point when you do that. First to 7 points wins the duel, and Ogodei, boy, GainTrain getting a flurry of fireballs. And he's established about a half potion lead.
Yeah, that is correct. The fire. Wow.
GainTrain let his guard down. I saw that his mana was at 0, and he waited too long to use a potion, and he is dead with 7, count them, 7 potions in his hand. You hate to see that, folks, and that's exactly the break Ogodei needed, because he was trailing again in round number 3, August.
Absolutely, that was definitely a tide shifter. But to go back to that question in chat, Fireball significantly does the most damage of any spell in the game. I think due to a algorithmic bug, where its damage gets counted twice, I think.
And we're not going to need to wait long for round number 4 because not many potions were used by either player. So Ogodei, now trailing 2-1, is looking to equalize the match, but GainTrain's going to want to try to get that round back. He's got to shake off what happened there in round number 3 and go back to the strategy that has been winning him these rounds so far. So round 4 underway.
Yep, that previous round is a lesson on being just a hair too late in your potion press.
GainTrain will be the first one that's going to have to sip a potion. So early lead for Ogodei. Not much of one, but it is an early lead nonetheless.
Early leads are nice. The strategy is hanging on to them.
Nice shot there from Ogodei, so he's now increased his lead to about a half a potion. There's GainTrain countering right back. Landing a couple of good fireball shots on GainTrain, and that lead is starting to widen, August. It's about more than a full potion lead now.
Yes, sir, but that Crimson Shield is coming in handy for GainTrain.
Here comes GainTrain landing a barrage, trying to catch up here in this round. And he has done just that. We're equalized just like that in the blink of an eye, August.
Yep, that's how fast these things can change.
Not enough mana.
Oh, that's not something you'll want your opponent hearing.
Yeah, because that means he knows you have no mana, and he'll have a chance to fire a quick shot, and if you're too slow reacting, you're done for. And GainTrain with a sliver of a lead now on Ogodei, but he's going to have to use that 5th potion in short order. That's GainTrain landing another shot on Ogodei to build on that lead a little bit. Man, and GainTrain landing a few great shots there on Ogodei, and he's building that lead again.
Yeah, flurry of fireballs, a few landing.
GainTrain now over a potion lead on Ogodei. Trying to bounce back from the miscue he had in round number 3, where he had a lead but lost it because he had run out of mana and couldn't refill in time.
Looks like Ogodei is on the defensive, maybe trying to get GainTrain to use up a bunch of that mana. But Ogodei is gonna drink that potion first. One more.
GainTrain's about to have to use his 6, and he does so. Doesn't fool around this time. He still had a little bit of mana, but decided to be a conservative there. A good call on his part. Ogodei landing a shot. Now they are countering blow for blow. Still about a full potion lead. Ogodei's about to have to spend that last potion, which he does. GainTrain right behind, so advantage GainTrain. If he can land these final few shots, he'll be in great shape to take a 3-1 lead in the duel.
It looks like it's shaping up that way. And there it is. GainTrain up 3-1.
And that was a good reaction there from GainTrain, because he was at no mana as well, but he reacted in time to fill up that potion. That could have gone ugly for GainTrain, but he does hold on and does regain the 2-round advantage.
A little banter back and forth. But while we wait for our duelists to resume, there is a link there for
What
the
ails you, my
rules, as well as the Discord server, if anyone is interested in a little more knowledge of what's going on behind the scenes. If you'd like to join the Discord, we'd love to have you aboard. The more the merrier.
Ogodei will go to the Catacombs, a common spot where runners will store their purchased full potions of rejuvenation. Another common spot you might see it is the first floor of the cathedral.
But Ogodei has rejoined GainTrain down here in level 16. And we are preparing for round number 5.
Ogodei just confirming the score, saying 3-1. Yes, it is indeed 3-1, Ogodei. You've got some work to do to get back into this one.
First flurry, and Ogodei has managed to dodge all of them. I don't know, if I was walking that close to my opponent, I'd be real tempted to just whack him a couple times with my mace. But perhaps these guys know something I don't.
That's why we're in the commentator's booth and not in the PvP duelists arena. Most of these battles take place in level 16. That is the common agreement ground for sorcerers and warriors. It is the home of the Diablo, and once we clear out all of the enemies, it gives us a good space. And yes, it happened again on GainTrain, reacting too late to refill on his potions, and Ogodei back to within 1, 3-2.
Yep, Ogodei coming back, it seems. Just a 1-point deficit. Keeping things interesting.
Absolutely, and that has been the reason why Ogodei has been able to stay in this championship match, August, is that GainTrain just not able to react in time. Ogodei getting a good groove, pretty much stun-locking GainTrain in place, and before he knew it, he was done. And we're not going to be waiting long for round number 6. In fact, there is the Guardian right there. As I was mentioning, we use level 16 as the arena for most of these duels. A lot of space once we clear all the enemies. We pretty much can do our fighting at our own leisure and not have to worry about monsters impeding our progress. GainTrain gets the first couple of shots on Ogodei. Ogodei was the first to use a potion, but then he landed a few good shots on GainTrain to take a lead on him. And now they are going at it again with the close range attacks, much like they saw in round number 2. And right now, GainTrain with, I'd say, a quarter potion lead, very close still.
Yeah, I think at this point, these guys are feeling the adrenaline. Interesting layout this this go around here in level 16. These walls kind of giving you a nice little barricade if you manage to phase through them.
Yeah, you're correct about that, August, and GainTrain may try to use that to his advantage. Right now, he's sitting on about a 3/4 potion lead. There's Ogodei landing a good shot on GainTrain there. GainTrain comes storming right back. Ogodei landing a few more shots, trying to close that gap here, August.
Yeah, it's getting closer and closer, but GainTrain seems to be able to maintain the lead after a good 3 or 4 potions.
Definitely for sure. It's about roughly half a potion lead at the moment for GainTrain, but GainTrain's going to have to sip a potion. And now you can see they both have 3 potions left and still about a half potion lead for GainTrain. GainTrain did land a shot there on Ogodei. Have to use another potion, but Ogodei storming back.
Yep, keeping things ever so close.
Again, still about a half potion lead for GainTrain. Both just have 2 potions remaining. Ogodei has cut the gap a little bit. I'd say it's less than half a potion now of a lead for GainTrain. It's going to come down to the wire yet again, August.
Yeah, it's either coming down to the last potion or a really quick match.
That's what we have seen
Latter
so far.
benefit.
Both have no potions left. You see that manometer. Ogodei is in danger now. GainTrain can land just a couple more shots. He'll take this one. Oh, Ogodei has a sliver of health left, but that's it.
That point goes to the challenger GainTrain.
Yep, it's a 4-2 lead now for GainTrain, trying to get to the king of the hill here for the month of July in the minor league Diablo PvP Championship. He's 3 wins away from punching that ticket.
Yeah, August is a pretty good month to take off, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. Not just because that's your namesake, though.
Nope, namesake is indeed inspired by the love of summer.
I can't fault you for that, although it's been quite a warm summer so far. least in my area. I don't know about your area, August.
Yep, it'll reach the mid to high 80s today. Fahrenheit, of course.
Right. If it was mid to high 80s Celsius, I think we'd be in big trouble.
Yeah, or on another planet.
Right. GainTrain's fully stocked now. Ogodei. Well, something's happened to the portal.
Yeah, town portal has disappeared. Well, generally, the way it works is if you use your own in town, the one in the dungeon disappears. But if you are using your opponent's, it doesn't. Well, there is the Hydra, and we are on for round number 7.
Interesting tactic. Ogodei is opting for just mana potions, no full rejuvenation. Interesting move. I mean, if
Yep,
GainTrain...
yeah, I was just gonna say, his opponent doesn't know that. Maybe he's working on a little mental advantage.
GainTrain off and running again. It's about a half potion lead. But yeah, I mean, if GainTrain lands a shot on Ogodei when he's out of mana and gets that health down, I mean, that really could be an advantage in the late stages.
Well, there is no real advantage to having mana potions only, as potions of rejuvenation will automatically fill any missing health. I was just saying that it might put Ogodei on edge, knowing that he's at a disadvantage. But GainTrain won't really have any inclination that Ogodei is at any sort of disadvantage, unless he manages to put together that Ogodei may have to cast some healing spells. But so far, GainTrain is doing what he's been doing so far and getting a potion or 2 lead.
And he's built himself about a potion and a half lead already. As wow, I mean, it's closing in on a 2 potion lead for GainTrain. I mean, whatever tactics he thought about doing prior to the start of tonight's contest, they have been working quite well for him, because, I mean, other than the 2 where he lost early, he's pretty much had his way against Ogodei.
Yeah, it looks like it's GainTrain's match to lose.
There goes Ogodei. That is what I was talking about regarding the full potions of rejuvenation, because he got some hits on him, and that health is not coming back when you've got no rejuvenation potions. And GainTrain now takes his biggest lead of the championship. It's 5-2.
Yep, and even though it might have seemingly cost Ogodei a point there, he's going to continue with those full potions of mana. It wasn't really until that last hit where it might have made a difference.
Most certainly, and everybody's fully equipped, so we're about to start round number 8. GainTrain will be looking to be on quintuple match point if he takes this one from Ogodei. And here we go, round number 8 underway.
Looks like GainTrain with an early lead.
Indeed, it's going to be Ogodei using a potion first. GainTrain approaching on a half potion lead. But Ogodei landing a shot or 2.
Yep, some nice up close and personal shots.
But GainTrain answering right back, so he retains that narrow lead at the moment early on.
Barrage fireballs, but none of them landing. Air potion number 2 for Ogodei.
Some good shots there from Ogodei, and he's closed the gap. Now we're about even. Ogodei opting not to take any risks and using his third potion. So GainTrain has, again, about a quarter of a potion lead in the mid stages of this round.
So far, if GainTrain has made it to this point, he's taken it to the victory point.
Still about a quarter potion lead for GainTrain. So Ogodei's kept it close here in this one.
Kept it close, but kept his distance.
GainTrain getting right into Ogodei's grill there, landing a shot, and building that lead, closing in on half a potion, and it's starting to widen.
Anything can happen, though. You can have a fat finger and drink 2 potions at once. Might just slip up, you never know.
Yep, it does happen. I've seen it happen a couple times in these PvP championships where contestants accidentally drink 2 potions at once, so what you thought you had an advantage, it turns into a deficit. Good shot there from Ogodei, trying to get back into even ground. He did temporarily. GainTrain, with that minuscule lead, this could come down to the wire yet again.
Yeah, Ogodei doing a good job of keeping it extra close here in, was this round number 8? No, round number 9.
You were right, it is round number 8. Go with your first instinct, August, yes.
Go with the gut.
And Ogodei is going to take the lead by a little bit after that nice barrage. GainTrain storming right back.
Who gets to claim lucky number 8 as the lucky number?
Ogodei is hoping that it's him, considering he is down by 3. He does not want to face 5 championship points with his 3-time championship on the line. It's going to be Ogodei down to his last potion. GainTrain right behind. GainTrain recapturing the lead, back to that quarter potion of an advantage that he had for much of the early stages of this one.
I think the time of 1 potion is the time to let your mace start swinging, especially maybe after it gets down to halfway.
GainTrain getting a few good shots, after Ogodei had just about equalized this round. Ogodei is about to have to use his final potion. GainTrain not that far behind from having to do the same.
Players' mana pools are waning. One potion left in their belt.
Unfortunately, GainTrain missing a lot of shots, and Ogodei just, as long as he dodges, he'll cut into the lead just that way. But Ogodei not taking no more chances. He's going to sip his final potion. But GainTrain's about to have to do the same thing. But there's GainTrain landing a shot on Ogodei. GainTrain trying to stretch that final potion as long as he possibly can. There's the final potion. About a third of a potion lead. Watch those mana meters on the right, because once it goes to 0, then the health meter on the left will start to deplete quickly.
Don't blink, you might miss it.
Absolutely there, August. Ogodei tried to land a couple shots but missed. Instead, GainTrain landed a shot, and Ogodei has less than half of his mana left. This GainTrain has more than half of his. Not looking good for Ogodei, but it could still come down to the wire, and that's it! GainTrain had just enough mana left to survive Ogodei's challenge there, and GainTrain, trying to take down the 3-time champion Ogodei, is on quintuple match point. He's got 5 chances.
Yep, I'm sure the adrenaline is pumping.
Ogodei gave it a good effort there in round number 8, but it just was not enough. He had taken a brief lead towards the late stages of that round, but GainTrain was able to sway it back to his advantage, and it was just enough to pull off the victory here. And Ogodei is really going to have to dig deep if he wants to find a way to four-peat as minor league champion.
It would take 5 victories in a row.
It's been done before, but it is certainly no easy task for the 3-time champion. GainTrain can taste that championship. We'll see if he can finish it off here, or if Ogodei is able to extend it to a 10th round. Round number 9 about to begin. Here we go. Ogodei landing the first shot. He's going to have to try to establish a lead here if he possibly can. Even. Ogodei had an early lead, but GainTrain stormed right back, and it is going to be Ogodei again having to sip the potion first, and GainTrain's been on a roll after trailing early. His first several fireballs had missed Ogodei, but since then, it's been GainTrain's game. Good shots there from Ogodei. We're about even.
Yep, they.
Third.
These duels are very evenly matched.
Yeah, they most certainly are. Right when GainTrain had his third potion, Ogodei sipped about a second later. And GainTrain!
Wow.
Well, Ogodei once again getting him a little bit off guard, drinking that potion late, and there went the HP. And Ogodei scaves off one championship point, and it's now 6-3.
Well, keeping things interesting. Would be one heck of a comeback.
It certainly would be August, so round number 10 will be coming up, but first GainTrain will be going back to town to restock on his supplies. Ogodei will not have to do that.
In the meantime, if you'd like to get involved, would love to have you in the Discord, either as a duelist or behind the scenes here for the Restream team. And it looks like round number 10 is going to be underway momentarily. GainTrain is looking for that 7th and final point. Ogodei looking to make the comeback of the century.
They're underway as round 10 begins. And GainTrain looks like he lands the first shot, but here they go again. Close range attacks. It is going to be GainTrain with the early advantage.
GainTrain off to an early lead. One potion ahead.
He really got a nice flurry of shots there on Ogodei to build that 1 potion lead.
Yep, very impressive fighting from GainTrain. Definitely seems to have learned a lot in his duels the last couple weeks.
And GainTrain now a full potion ahead there on Ogodei, and right now, if he can just hold serve during this 10th round, he is going to be this month's champion. So Ogodei's going to have to find a way to pull this one back, or his chances of a 4-peat will go up in flames.
GainTrain maintaining that lead.
A little more than a potion lead for GainTrain. Really good shape here to take this title. It's going to take a mistake or a big-time flurry from Ogodei to take it away from him.
GainTrain definitely a full potion ahead at this point.
Ogodei had shaved a little bit off of that lead, but this just might be too little too late. Now GainTrain starting to get shot after shot off on Ogodei, and that lead is growing.
Oh, yeah,
And right as I say that, whoa! Oh, and GainTrain, the mana was gone. He drank the potion, but it was still too late. And Ogodei getting a huge break. He was on the verge of defeat right there, folks. And
absolutely.
Ogodei, wow, just drank the potion, and the health still went down. I mean, GainTrain, he had to have been, what, half a second too late? Wow. And Ogodei,
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Somehow or rather, fends off a second championship point. It is now 6-4.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's angels or demons, but somebody is looking favorably over Ogodei.
Yeah, that's for sure. I was watching very closely. I knew those two, were up close with their melee attacks there, and, it looked like GainTrain had drank that potion, but before you knew it, all of the health was gone, and I don't know if it's desyncing or what, but that was a very unfortunate turn of events there for GainTrain. He looked well on his way to the championship, but yeah, as you had mentioned there, August, somebody's looking over Ogodei right now, because that should have been GainTrain's, but it just goes to show anything can happen in these duels, August.
Yes, sir, Bob, and it can change just like that at the drop of a hat, seemingly at the very end of the duel. I'm not sure what the holdup is. There is no messaging in the Discord channel. But for anyone just joining us, curious about what the heck's going on here, this is the Diablo 1 Minor League Championship. Every month there are 2 brackets, the Minor League and the Major League. The winner of the bracket goes on to face the reigning champion. Well, the minor league is capped at a max character level of 40, as long as some armor class and other rules, which you can see at the link provided by !Diablo. But we are underway. GainTrain just 1 point. The challenger versus Ogodei, the reigning champion, looking to make a comeback. Has had 2 wins in a row. Can he make it 5?
It kind of makes you wonder, after the last 2 deaths that GainTrain has taken in this match, does he go more conservative on when to heal?
I think so, if you're sitting up 2 points.
Trade shots right now. Ogodei with a very minuscule lead in the early stages of round 11. And yeah, kind of expected right there, August. GainTrain, still had some mana shots there, but considering what's happened to him the last 2 rounds, he's not taking any chances. And here they come again, the up close and personal shots that we saw in round number 2. They're doing it again, and it's about even.
I'm gonna have a certain David Coverdale song stuck in my head, and it's gonna be all your fault as we have a barrage of missiles going.
Oh, yeah, you're
wow.
right. It is my fault. And
oh, wow.
Wow is right, man. That escalated quickly. Right now, after the smoke cleared, GainTrain, yeah, he's wasting no time. He's trying for the kill right now, and 1 potion left for Ogodei. GainTrain has 2 potions left. It's a full potion lead. But we saw this happen in the previous round, August. The same exact scenario, and it was Ogodei who ended up winning. So it's not over until that health meter's at 0.
So one of these players' screen goes red. Anybody can grab the next victory point.
But it's Ogodei who has no more potions left. It's a full potion and a half lead for GainTrain. And that's going to do it.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be no four-peat. GainTrain has taken down the 3-time champion Ogodei and is your new minor league Diablo PvP champion for the month of July.
Yeah, get your GGs in the chat as we hopefully await our duelists here in the commentary booth. Very, very exciting, but GainTrain seemed a bit unstoppable, especially at that point-setting match.
Yeah, he definitely dominated tonight's match against Ogodei. I mean, again, the losses he took were all due to late potion usages. Don't know if there was any desyncs or not, but we're going to get him in just a moment. We do have tonight's champion, GainTrain, here in the commentator's booth with us. GG, congratulations. You have unseated the 3-time champion and are the new minor league Diablo PvP champion. How are you feeling?
Feels good, man. Feels good. It's like you said. It's been a while since I won one of these things here for sure. So,
I sense a soul in search of
Ogodei was
answers.
making the comeback there for a second.
It seems like you had that. Yeah, every single match that you lost, you actually were leading, but unfortunately, you sipped the potion, but before you knew it, the health was gone. Was it a desync issue, or what was going on there? Because that last one, the one in round 10, that one baffled the heck out of everybody.
Oh, where I just kind of died?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, on my screen, I definitely drank the potion before I ran out, but then I just kind of died anyway. So.
Yeah, we saw that, and we were like, what the heck? We definitely saw you drink that potion, and then like a half a second to a full second later, boom. health is gone, and Ogodei won the round. And did that affect your strategy for round number 11 with potion usage? I would imagine something like that happening would kind of stagger you a bit.
Yeah, I started drinking them a bit earlier after that. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but it seemed like I was kind of taking some delayed damage a bit. So yeah, I was a little more conservative with the potion drinking after that, and it just felt like I had a pretty substantial lead on him, regardless. So.
Yeah, that you did.
Yeah, we saw that, and we were like,
But you'll be able to take this next month off and prepare up and await the challenger.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It seems like I'm doing a lot of duels, but just haven't been taking home the championships lately. But there's always another month, so back at it again.
Absolutely. Do you have any final thoughts or questions, Laws?
No, I mean, you looked really, really good for the entirety of tonight's championship. Your victories were early on. A lot of close matches came down to the wire, but then your late victories, they were very decisive. I mean, you went on a roll, and then once you started to figure things out, I mean, you just flat out dominated your victories when it came to the late stages. And man, oh man, I mean, whatever preparations you did going into tonight's championship, it worked out for you very well.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's it's called hiding and not letting anyone practice against me.
Right.
Cool.
Alrighty, I think that'll do it for us here on Speed Gaming 2 and the Diablo 1 PvP Championship for the month of July. Stay tuned for next month and a whole new bracket. I've been August 40th, joined by LOZ Cards fans. Get your GGs in chat for our reigning champion, GainTrain. Back at it next month.
Why don't we take a look at our speed gaming schedule and see what is coming up here? It looks like in progress on Speed Gaming 3, Luigi's Mansion, no out of bounds competition, but in about 5 minutes on Speed Gaming, a Link to the Past spoiler log tournament. So if you're looking for some more exciting tournament action to feast your eyes on, those are your two options that we have at the moment. So for everybody here on Speed Gaming and for August 40th and for our two runners tonight, please make sure you give both of them a follow, Ogodei and this month's winner, GainTrain. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have a great night. We will see you again next month for more exciting PvP championship action here on Diablo. So long, everybody.
All right, thanks, guys. Take care.